Well, here I am right in the middle of Anza Borrego Desert State Park. One of my favorite hikes is that away, about 4 or 5 miles. And I'm going to be starting that in about 2 minutes. I just got here. It's March 23rd and it's a beautiful day. It has been getting up to like 95 degrees in Anza Borrego for the past few weeks. And today it's only supposed to be 75, so it's going to be an ideal hiking day. And as you can see, over here we've got a camper. Oh my God, we got one camper over there. This place is getting way too acidified for me. Way too acidified for me. Yeah. We're looking north right now. There's the way I drove in. No problem at all on the road. There's the sun. Early morning. It's about 8 o'clock, a little past 8 o'clock. And that's the way I'm going. The hill back there that you see is called Elephant Knees. It's supposed to resemble elephant knees. Broken down, halfway down there. You see how they're sort of kind of bent. I'll zoom in over there. Yeah, and it's bigger than it looks. Yeah, it's bigger than it looks. So that's the way I'm going to head out and see if I can find any fossils. If not, I don't really care. It's just a beautiful day. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay, just starting out my hike from my car here, and this is pretty much what it looks like when you're following one of these desert washes. This is where the water comes from. This is the drainage area. And on both sides you'll see some hills. That's where I came from. My car's back there, maybe a quarter of a mile. Looks pretty desolate, but it's kind of green comparatively for such a dry spring that we've had so far. Okay, this is sort of giving a profile view of Elephant Knees. You can see how the earth comes down and hits a little peak there and breaks. Well, that's the knees on elephant's knees. It's where it's got its name. It's actually larger than it looks. It'd be really hard climbing up something like that. But they're broken, and it's broken on one whole side of the hill there, which is kind of nice. It's really a good landmark if you ever get lost. You know, it's one landmark that you can pick out way off in the distance. So that's one good thing. Okay, what you're looking at are camel tracks from an extinct camel that used to roam Anza Borrego many moons ago. There's my handprint. There's the round print from the camel. And these have been authenticated by the Park Service. There's one, there's another one right there. Another step right there, and they go down there. There's a few of them in a line, but well, maybe I'm not really sure of the age, but I think they're somewhere between 3 and 5 million years old. So they're not that old actually, but they were a real find. 1, 2, 3 in a row there. Aren't they great? Very nice. I found these years ago. Well, I've been hiking for about 40 minutes or so, and I finally ran out of human tracks. There were tracks around in the sand back there, but I'm far enough back now where nobody's back here. Anyway, as you can see, the landscape looks pretty much the same. Just barren hills. This is all mud that was deposited, maybe 5 million years ago or so. It depends, plus or minus. And what you're looking at is the guts of the Colorado River Gorge. The Grand Canyon area and stuff. That was all washed out into this area. Okay, yeah, all the mud hills here. You can see how different the mountains look in the distance, and they are different. But all this is mud right here, dried mud. Okay, this is where we just came from, right down in the bottom of those mud hills, where the last clip was taken. And as you can see, the mud hills go on forever. Out of wind from climbing the hills. I'll take another shot up further for a better view. They're pretty. Okay, this is the direction where I just came from. And over there further is the last clip I took of the mud hills. Well, you can see there's still mud hills. Those are not mud hills, but those are marine deposits. But all around, that's north, all around here, it looks pretty desolate, doesn't it? This way I hardly even see a plant. All mud hills in this area anyway. In the distance you can see the Laguna Mountains. Okay, they're about 6,500 feet above sea level, and that's where I do my hiking in the forest. Not that far from where I am right now, as the crow flies. Okay. And this is the direction I'm going in, right there. I'm going to follow that on the right hand side of that hill for another couple miles. I'm about the halfway point right now. Well, as you can see, I came pretty well equipped for my hike in the desert today. I've got my sun hat for shade, brought my camera, binoculars, my backpack. Brought my big backpack with me today because I wouldn't have had room otherwise for my iPad and my food and everything else. But it's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's supposed to be 75 again, you know, so who could ask for anything more? You see the ripples in the sand right here? It sort of looks like ripples you would see on the shoreline underwater. Well, that's exactly what this is. This, like I said before, this was all underwater, and part of it, well, actually, it was covered by the Sea of Cortez. Okay, so it's salt water. Some of it's salt, some of it's fresh. But there's your proof. There's part of a beach right there on those two rocks. All those ridges. Here's my foot for scale. Neat, huh? Way out here in no man's land, middle of the desert. Cool. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm taking a break right now, trying to see if my tracker, GPS tracker, is going to work or not. It looks like it is, but T-Mobile is working. I got 2 good bars there, so that should be okay. I don't think I can send out an email. I tried this morning, but it wouldn't go, so you'll get that one late, a few hours late, but I didn't send it out. So we'll see whether or not you can track me later on, or see where I've been. Hope it works. Last week I called the park headquarters and I asked the woman on the phone how the wildflowers were doing out there this year, and she said terrible, there's nothing in bloom. And there isn't. I've looked around, there's hardly anything in bloom, but I stumbled upon this one little stinking sand verbena, and it's a beautiful little thing, but it is small. But it's doing real well here with hardly any water. Beautiful pink. This is brittle bush. And the Spaniards, the pioneers, used to collect, there's a little bit of yellow sap on the stems. Very, very little sap right there. You see it? Well, they used to collect that as much as they could and burn it as incense in their homes. Give good smell. Way back when. Well, I don't know what kind of bugs these are, but they're in a group and they're mating. And this is the a rare sight in this desert. All these bugs. There's about a half dozen of them or so. I don't know what kind they are. Maybe I'll look them up when I get home. Yeah, having fun. Well, I took a hike back to the site where I found the walrus fossils, walrus bones, and I was hoping to find some more that would have been exposed or washed away on the surface. I didn't, but when we were here a few years ago logging this site in, we put these tags in the sand, and there's JMH. There's my initials upside down right now. My gosh, that's I can't believe I found it again. I know I didn't have my GPS with me. Pretty good, huh? That's for future people when they've got the GPS coordinates in the park headquarters. So that's for the future hunters when they want to come out and see if there's anything else exposed in years to come. Not enough rain. Neat. Okay, we're on our way back from our hike, and what you're looking at right now, that big brown hill, long hill right there, is the back side of Elephant Knees. Now, it looks nothing like the front side where you can see the Elephant Knees. Kind of hard to use that as a location landmark for somebody hiking in the desert, because it doesn't look anything like the other side. So, you know, in fact, it looks like any other hill here. So, to someone who wouldn't know better, they couldn't use it to find their way back to their car. I don't think very well. Anyway, but anyway, I'm going to take this way, that way, straight ahead of me back to my car, and I'm at the point where the separation point of where I came in. One of the points, and I don't know how well it's going to show here, but there's tracks down there, and when I stumbled upon those tracks, I thought, oh my gosh, look at this, somebody else, some other fool was way back here in the desert. Well, it's my tracks. I'm the tracks on the way in, while I'm on the way out. Okay, oh yeah, we're in Jerry Jungle, all right. Okay, we're back, heading back. Beautiful day. Okay, well, we made it back from our hike. Back to our car. It's about midday. We're just about noon, so actually the hike only took us about 4 hours, which is not bad. And I see there's a Jeep park right next to me here, and I can hear off in the distance somebody yelling, and I can see him from here. I don't know how well it's going to pull him in. But they took a walk up to the wind caves. They're right on top of that rock there. See them? Wow. Wind caves up there. I've been up there before, and they're caves caused by the wind. Anyway, it was a great hike. A beautiful day in Anza Borrego. And I may take a secondary hike in. Who knows? See you later. Okay. Taking a ride down Sandstone Canyon here. Walk would have been better, easier on the car, but this is kind of neat because it shows you how close these sandstone walls are when you drive me through here. Hope my car can make it, but every once in a while there's a rock in the road that I have to slow up for or dodge, like this one up here. But is this great or what? Disneyland. Well, we had to continue on foot up here. Not because it gets narrow, or narrower, very narrow, just enough room for one car to get through. You can see how high the cliffs go. But the road was a little rough for Betsy, so we had to park it and continue on walking ahead. It was one of my favorite canyons in the whole desert. Goes on like this forever. Okay, this bush here is a cat claw bush, and right in the center of it, big bush with red berries, it's desert mistletoe. You can see all the berries on the red berries. It's pretty, but it's a parasite, and it will probably eventually kill this tree. But we've got the mistletoe in our forest, and we've got them all the way down in the desert too. Kind of neat. Tight squeeze coming up here. Getting the car through there is a little bit of a problem. Well, there's a lot of people who make it through. Most people do. It's wide enough. No, this isn't too steady as I walk. That gives you a good idea of the area. This is one place you would not want to be in a flash flood, because there's only very limited area where the water can go. All you could do in a case like that is start climbing the walls. And down there, lo and behold, there's my car. Yeah. Still safe down there, I hope. Yeah, right down there. Ready to head out on a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.